What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. So guys, today we're going to pick up with Ant-Man #1. Now this is from Ant-Man's brand new 4-part miniseries that Marvel just dropped. Now of course, we only have the first issue, and so the last 3 issues will be covered down the road. Now, when it comes to this brand new Ant-Man series, I do feel like this is Marvel doing this for 2 different reasons. The first is that, of course, we get Ant-Man 3 coming out in the movie theaters next year. On top of that, you also have Marvel trying to give us a new Ant-Man. And you'll see what I mean as we go through this book, that we're getting a new Ant-Man, and this Ant-Man is from the far future. Because we pick up in the year 2549. Now I do want to mention that we have no idea what in the world is going on in this new timeline. The only thing we know is that we see a computer system talking to a certain man. Now we have no idea who this man is. The only thing we do know about this man is that he is trying to go back in time and meet the different Ant-Men that Marvel has gave us over the years. So of course, Hank Pym, Scott Lang, and Eric McGrady. Now, of course, with him going back in time, his first stop is to meet the first Ant-Man, which is Hank Pym. And so we see this guy go back in time to hopefully meet Hank Pym and to hopefully learn something from him, or possibly recruit him for some possible mission in the future. But when the story does jump back in time, we actually see that Hank Pym in his Ant-Man suit right now has been captured by his rogue gallery. Yes, Ant-Man actually did have a rogue gallery, but let me tell you right now, his villains weren't that impressive at all. And you see what I mean as we go through this first book for the brand new Ant-Man series. Now we have to jump farther back in time to learn how in the world did Hank Pym get captured by his past villains. And so we do jump back in time to see him and the Wasp on a date with one another, and they're at the movie theaters. Now, the movie they're watching is actually Namor fighting against Mr. Fantastic, which is very funny to me. Either way though, while they're watching the movie, well, that is the moment you have a kid throw popcorn on Hank Pym. Now the kid who is throwing popcorn on Hank Pym is actually a younger version of Eric McGrady. When he grows up, he becomes the 3rd Ant-Man after Scott Lang. But either way though, you do have Hank Pym get upset with the idea that there is some random kid throwing popcorn on Hank Pym. And so to Hank Pym, he feels like he should pull some kind of prank on the kid as a way to get payback for what the kid has done to him. And so you have Hank Pym actually follow Eric to the popcorn stand. Now, right when Eric gets a brand new batch of popcorn, well, that is the moment you have Hank call in some ants to crawl into the bucket of popcorn. So right when Eric goes to grab a bite of popcorn, well, of course, now his hand and his arm, matter of fact, his whole body is covered in ants. And so he begins to freak out and he runs away. And so that is how Hank is able to get payback on the kid. Now, with him calling those ants, of course, 2 things happen. One, we get a mysterious character surprised to see a bunch of ants at the movie theater, and he knows it has to be Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man. And then someone else actually calls out to Hank Pym by his real name while he's in his Ant-Man outfit. And we come to find out who called out to Hank Pym. We come to find out it is the guy from the year 2549. Now, he does not tell us nor Hank Pym why in the world he is here for. The only thing we see him do is hit the ants with some kind of lights, and then he disappears just like that. And Hank Pym was trying to follow him, but of course, our new mysterious character is gone just like that. Now, that is the moment Hank Pym is hit in the face with some kind of fluid. Now, this fluid comes from a man known as the window washer. Now, with the fluid that he just sprayed, it does paralyze Hank Pym. Now, if you're wondering, who in the world is the window washer? Well, the window washer was never a character ever used again, besides being used the one time back in Astonishing Tales number 41, and he was part of another bad guy's big scheme. some aliens who were attacking the Earth. And so with that being said, this window washer character is just being used as a way to tell this story. But the window washer was able to paralyze Hank Pym and then drags Hank Pym into a taxi, where we come to find out that the window washer is with two other villains of Hank Pym. Of course, that'll be Trago, who has a magic trumpet that could do some horrible things to your mind, and of course, the Time Master. But either way, they're able to actually take Hank Pym away to their secret lair. Now you have these villains actually take Ant-Man back to their secret base, where we come to find out who is the ringleader of this group. And it is the Protector. Now the Protector is an old Ant-Man villain, and he was a guy who had a business, but it wasn't doing well. And so what he does, he began to terrorize other businesses around him to pay him protection money as a way to keep his jewelry store open, if I remember correctly. But either way, the Protector and the rest of these bad guys are trying to get revenge on Ant-Man, because over the years, Ant-Man has caused them a lot of problems. He always stopped whatever they were trying to achieve. Now, right when they say they're going to kill him, well, that is the moment you have Trago use his magic trumpet as a way to put nightmares in the mind of Ant-Man's head. Now, don't worry. Hank Pym is going to be saved by another character, not by our mysterious character from the future, but his partner, the Wasp, because she is still at the movie theaters wondering where in the world her husband has gone to. And that is the moment she looks down and sees a bunch of ants saying, hey, spelling out help, telling her, hey, listen, Hank Pym has been kidnapped. He needs help. He needs help. Go find him. And so, of course, she does change into her Wasp outfit to go find Hank Pym. Now, she does run into Scott Lang, who actually does become the second Ant-Man down the road in time. But the reason why she runs into him, because right now he's hearing Trago's trumpet and it's bothering him as well. And so, of course, he does scream out in pain because the trumpet is just affecting his mind. And you do have the Wasp calm him down and tell him that she is going to find the bad guys and stop them. Now, as soon as the Wasp gets to the secret base of the new bad guys that came together to actually stop Ant-Man, well, that is the moment you have the Wasp begin the process of trying to break Ant-Man out by fighting against all of his bad guys. Now, with his bad guys being distracted, well, that is the moment you have Ant-Man being able to break free from his binds to help Wasp fight against all of these old bad guys of his. And so you have the two of them work together, and over the next few pages, they're able to take out every single one of these bad guys, which honestly, they're not a huge threat when it comes to it. A guy who has a trumpet, another guy who's an old man trying to be some kind of mobster, a guy who has a time machine or a time ray gun that could turn you old or young if he actually hits you with the ray gun. If not, he can't do anything else to you. And then finally, the window washer. And so these four characters are easily defeated by Ant-Man and the Wasp in a matter of like 2 to 3 pages. But the story is still not done just yet, because that is the moment you have Hank Pym be confronted by our mysterious character from the year 2549. That is also the moment you have our mysterious character teleport Hank Pym into the year 2549. Now, when they get into the year 2549, well, that is the moment you have our mysterious character say, listen, I am also Ant-Man, but I am Ant-Man from the year 2549. And the reason why I'm here right now is because I need your help. I need your help to stop a villain from your time that's right now affecting my time. And so I need your help. And most likely we're going to see Scott Lang and also Eric McGrady be pulled into this storyline as well to help this guy fight against a villain who's affecting his timeline right at the moment. But with that being said, this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please hit the like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video.